Hello students, today I am going to teach you the first chapter of geography, India, size and location. And let us start this chapter. India is one of the ancient civilizations in the world. It has achieved multifaceted socio-economic progress during the last 5 decades. Means in the last 50 years we have achieved a lot in societal as well as economic terms. And we have moved forward and we have shown remarkable progress in terms of agriculture, industry, technology, and overall economic development. So, in this chapter, we are going to cover the following topics like India's location, its size, and India and the world and its neighbors. First, we are going to talk about location. And India lies in northern hemisphere between the latitudes 8 degree 4 minutes north and 37 degree 6 minutes north. This is the latitudinal extent, and longitudinal extent is 68 degree 7 minutes east and 97 degree 25 minutes east. And India is divided by Tropic of Cancer 23 degree 30 minutes north in almost two equal parts. Therefore, southern India enjoys tropical climate and northern India enjoys subtropical climate. In southeast Andaman and Nicobar Islands, they lie in Bay of Bengal. In southwest Lakshadweep Islands lie in Arabian Sea. Total area of India is 3.28 million square kilometer, which is 22.4% of the total area of the world. And in terms of land mass, we are the 7th largest country in the world. And we have land boundary of about 15,200 kilometers. And the coastline, the total length of the coastline of the mainland, including Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep Islands, is 7,516.6 kilometers. In the northwest, north and northeast of India, we have Himalayas to protect us from chilly Siberian winds, as well as acting as a barrier against the foreign forces in ancient and medieval times. South of about 22 degree north latitude, India narrows and finally extends towards the Indian Ocean. The Indian Peninsula protrudes into the Indian Ocean, and it also divides it into two seas, the Arabian Sea on the west and the Bay of Bengal on its east. The latitudinal and longitudinal extent of the mainland is about 30 degree. Means the latitudinal extent also and the longitudinal extent also, the basic difference between them is around 30 degree. However, east-west extent is smaller than the north-south extent. The time along the standard meridian, 82 degree 30 minutes east, which passes through Mirzapur in UP, is taken as the Indian Standard Time for the whole country. The time gap between Arunachal Pradesh present in the east and Gujarat present in the west is about 2 hours. Actually, the sun rises 2 hours earlier in Arunachal Pradesh in comparison to Gujarat. However, the watches they show the same time, because for the entire country we have taken the same time from 82 degree 30 minutes east, that is Mirzapur. From Mirzapur we have taken the standard time, the IST, Indian Standard Time, for the entire country. India is located in the center of the world between East and West Asia. The routes across the Indian Ocean, which connect the countries of Europe in the west and the countries of East Asia, they provide a strategic central location to India. The Deccan Peninsula, it helps India to establish close contact with West Asia, Africa and Europe from the western coast, and with Southeast Asia and East Asia from the eastern coast. The ocean which is south of India, it gives name Indian Ocean, as no other country has a long coastline on the Indian Ocean as India has. The land routes of India are also much older than the sea routes, and The various passes across the mountains like Khyber Pass and all in the north, they have provided passes to the ancient travelers, as ocean limited such interaction for a long time. Before we developed our ships and all, we used to travel across the Asian countries with the help of these land routes. These land routes, they helped India in the exchange of ideas and commodities. Since ancient times, India have propagated the ideas of the Upanishads and the Ramayana, the stories of Panchtantra, the Indian numeral and decimal system, along with the spices, muslin, and as well as other merchandise to different countries, have gone through these land routes only. And also the influence of Greek sculpture and the architectural style of dome and minarets from West Asia, they can also be seen in different parts of India, and it all was the result of trade, which resulted in the share of or exchange of not only commodities but also culture as well as architecture. You might find in your book that India is comprised of 29 states and 7 union territories. However, it is old now with the nullification of Article 370 from J&K. Now today we have 28 states and 9 union territories, and we share our land boundary with, from northwest we share our land boundary with Pakistan and Afghanistan. From north we share our boundary with China, Nepal and Bhutan. From east Myanmar and Bangladesh, and south we share our boundaries with Sri Lanka and Maldives. Sri Lanka is separated from India by a narrow channel of sea formed by the Pak Strait and the Gulf of Mannar. Maldives Islands are situated to the south of the Lakshadweep Islands, and India is a peninsula, means the southern extension of India is called peninsula because it is a piece of land that is bordered by water from 3 sides and connected to the mainland by 1 side. So let us now discuss some important points from the chapter. The southernmost point of Indian Union was Indira Point until it got submerged in sea in 2004 during the tsunami. Since the opening of the Suez Canal in 1869, India's distance from Europe has been reduced by 7,000 km. Earlier we had to go through the Cape of Good Hope, but now with the opening of Suez Canal, we can go directly to Europe. Before 1947, there were 2 types of states in India, the provinces and the princely states. The provinces, they were the British, they were directly ruled by the British officials, and these officials were appointed by the Viceroy. But princely states, they were ruled by the local hereditary rulers who acknowledged sovereignty in return for local autonomy. Means they were allowed to rule on their state, but they had to submit to the will of British king and the British queen. So let us summarize this chapter. India is known for its rich commercial and cultural heritage, and it is the home to some of the oldest civilizations in the world, like Indus Valley civilization. India spreads across both the eastern and the northern hemisphere. India's latitudinal stretches between 8 degree 4 minutes north and 37 degree 6 minutes north, and the longitudinal stretches between 68 degree 7 minutes east and 97 degree 25 minutes east. The Tropic of Cancer divides India into 2 equal halves. We have 2 island groups, Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the southeast and Lakshadweep Island in the southwest. The total area of the Indian landmass is 3.28 million square kilometer, which is nearly 2.4% of the total land area of the world. India is the 7th largest country in the world. India is bordered by Himalayas on the north, which are the young fold mountains, and the Bay of Bengal in the east and Arabian Sea in the west, and Indian Ocean in the south. Then Indian peninsula divides Indian Ocean into Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. India's total coastline, including Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Lakshadweep Islands, is 7,516.6 kilometers. And India's east-west stretch and north-south stretch each measure approximately 3,000 kilometers around, and it because and there is a time lag of 2 hours between local time at the eastern and western ends. Means in Arunachal Pradesh the sun rises 2 hours earlier than Gujarat. India's standard time is taken from 82 degree 30 minutes east from that is our standard meridian of India, in which passes through Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh. And India's longitudinal stretch gives rise to a time lag between east and west. Its latitudinal stretch influences the duration of day and night. Now here let me tell you the answer to two questions. First, the sun rises in Arunachal Pradesh 2 hours early in comparison to Gujarat, but still the watches show the same time. So the answer is that because we have taken our standard time from 82 degree 30 minutes east, means from Mirzapur. So this time is applicable for the entire country, no matter what is the time of sunrise in Arunachal Pradesh or Gujarat. Another question is that the difference between duration of day and night is hardly felt at Kanyakumari but not so in Kashmir. And the answer to this is that Kashmir is far from equator, therefore it has lot of seasonal variation between in the duration of day and night. But Kanyakumari is close to equator, therefore there is no difference between the duration of day and night. Hardly any difference, very less difference.